Hi guys, I am ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is the rise of Cornoe, and we are getting lots and lots of population to move into Zavadovka. We've got new trains running through the Kombinat area, trying to put a lot of people to work here. Now, instead of going to try and drop off as many people as I'm going to drop this to a 50%, so something like that, 220. I'm just going to drop the number of people that's actually working here to less, right? So we don't drop off as many people in this location. So presumably this would actually not drop off anything. So let's have a quick look. Maybe it will drop off someone. No? Yes, it did drop off, I guess. Oh, and who's this guy? You should not be driving on the wrong side there. Anyway. Ooh, they're both on the wrong... Oh, this one is on the wrong side. That is an interesting little switch over. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. What are we going to do in this episode? Now, first things first, I think we need to... We cannot export mixed waste. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Now, good, let me see. So where is my technical services officers? You should be going over there to go and pick it up, right? So, for some reason, you're not picking it up over here, right? Directly from the vehicle is not being picked up. So, what we could potentially do is we could just put a small little area in here, right? Something like this that can hold at least some aspects of it, right? Did we want to do a larger one just in case? Yeah, why not? I mean, either way, it's gonna do its thing there, right? So let me build that. This should get mixed waste directly. I guess we could do, I don't know, forget about biological waste for the time being. And what we'll do is we'll, I think, just tie it in through here. Can we? Yeah, presumably something like that would be fine. Let's just close that out and build that little slither. I guess it's not going to hurt us to do 2 biological waste pieces in there. So now you should be able to export to this area, right? Or alternatively, let's have a quick look here. Oh, it's not going to work. That's not going to work. Unfortunately not. That's not going to work. Let's just see this. You should be able to make that work, right? Anyway, so let's look at canal. Still has some issues. Is this reconstructing at all? No, it's not. Oh, out of water. So let's look at canal out of water, huh? How come? Multiple spots where you can get water from. No water whatsoever. What's the situation? Let's just have a look at what's going on with water here. Because, of course, that is one of the biggest problems we can face. We do that. Are we... Ooh. Can we expand? And the answer to that is no, we cannot expand. So unless we wanted to run a completely separate... Well, I think what I'll do, as a bit of a starting point at least, I'm going to go and trim that. Okay. We will quickly fund that deconstruction with rubles. Quickly. Okay. Pause the game again. And then what we'll do is we'll bring in a new pipe. So at the very least what we'll do is we will take that up to there and feed this guy in like so. And I'll go ahead and build that. So at least the thinking is now, if we go back, have a look at this, at least that is taking some of the burden off. You know what? I'm contemplating another split here, so we do that for both of those, so that we're really trying to minimize the load, because that can take out, we can take out some more of that. So it took this and that. That has most of the density, to be honest, already assigned to it. So let us do that one more time. Let us quickly see about trimming that back again. Yeah, and we'll pay for the trimming. And we'll get ourselves another little splitter in here. This is not really what I wanted to do this episode. We'll grab ourselves another little water switch here. We'll try and push it back. Actually, we can put it there because we're not going to use the other side, right? So then the idea is this guy pops in there, this guy pops in there, and I'll do another little trim off over here, and I'll pay for that, and at the same time I'll go ahead and pay for this. Okay, so that should work already. And then once that's done, I'll do another little piece that runs off that way. Yeah, that's done. And now we'll do one more. And I believe that should really do the trick, right? So if we do that, pay for another little slither, I think that will do quite a bit of the heavy lifting for us. I mean, that's going to significantly reduce the amount of water being pulled off of those two lines. Obviously, we could look at separating on this side by adding our own new piece of alignment here. If we look at sewage flow, is this? Yeah, this is doing its thing here. No, that's fine. Okay, let's go back to the water flow, and the plan is, if we go and have a look at water itself, yeah, we're still struggling a little bit to put water in place here, though. These guys are all good, huh? Okay, maybe what we do is we further expand these guys a little bit, right? So let me try and do yet another round of this. And this time I'm going to go all out by doing it yet another slither of it, right? So let's do that. We'll get rid of this piece. We will do one item in here. So let's just get that agreed. This is really not what I was planning on doing. But you know what? With this stuff... Okay, pause that one there. Let's do that. And I need to remember to put some... I'm going to ultimately need to make sure we're getting... Okay, so let's put one in there. Then this guy is doing that. And I guess the last one we could do is, you know, add a little something. Actually, we don't need another one. We can do this one, and then that one can run all the way that way. Okay, fine. So we'll do that, and then what I'll do is I'm going to trim a little bit over here so we can tie that one back. And we're going to quickly pay for this one. Let me quickly start by putting the pipe work in. It might still, I mean, it might be a little bit too much, really. We just make sure we are actually connecting. Yeah, these things can be a little tricky. If we do that, can we tie it in? Yeah, we can. Okay, so let us quickly go and Assign some construction activities over there. And some construction activities over there. Yeah, paying for it. Money is getting a little tight. Okay, that's out of the way. So we'll go ahead and add that piece. We'll pay for that. And we'll... No, want to do this properly. And we'll bring that one up to about there. And then the idea is if we trim this back like so. Right, pay for that and clear this one out and pay for this. Right, so once all of this stuff is built, a little pricey, but I guess that should hopefully sort out all of this stuff. And again, this might now also be a little bit over the top, but I guess we should... Oh, it's still clearing out. Okay, I think now it's cleared out. Now we can tie in there and pay for that last little piece there. That's a little bit deeper. Okay, so now, if I go and have a look at it now, it should really be a lot better, right? So we're going to go here. We're going to go water flow and we'll have a look. Yeah, so now we can see that that is picking up. So if we go back to the view of the water, right, are we getting it there? I think it's, yeah, it's filling up. It's filling up. I mean, it's not perfect, but it is certainly filling. Yeah, it's filling up. Look. There we go. Okay, I guess that's a much better balance, and that means the rest of the water this way is not too much of a problem. Okay, fine. Get out of this level. And that should be working, so that water situation there should be resolved. And if we come back into any one of these guys, we should be seeing them filled up with water. Was it this guy? Who was that 50%? There was someone here that was like super duper unhappy. These guys, yeah, fine. I think we're resolved. Okay, now we do need to move some of our items, but I think what I wanted to do in this episode, and the question is, where and how do we do it, is I want to set up new waste processing. So this guy's still not doing anything, right? Presumably, if we can get a vehicle to come and pick up some waste, it should work, right? But yeah, those kind of things are always a little bit weird. How I can't quite get how that works. Is that an output product? Sorry, I'm all over the show now. It's not over here, it's over here. Let's just have a look. So it produces, yeah, so that should be fine, right? This is just normal export stuff, right? Oh, what's going on over here? Okay, fine, that's okay. Next train should pick it up. And so this is not working as of yet. Mixed waste, yeah, fine. Okay, now what we're trying to do is this setup over here. Sorry, I'm having it paused for a second while we quickly have a look. Why is this guy... Okay, if we go back there. What is this guy's situation now? Why is it not doing anything? It's fully loaded. What is it trying to do? And it's coming over there. Can we just send it back? Start or end building is not connected with a road. I don't think that's the case, is it? There's something funny here. How do I reset this? Can I say... Apparently I cannot. Do we have... That is awkward. Can we send it somewhere first? Can we send it to... Can we send it here? Let's send it there. And then what we'll do... This guy is completely stuck. If I was to sell it, Can I sell it? Can I even sell it? Sell this vehicle? Whoa, look at that. Cost me a lot of money to sell it. Okay, and if we do that? Is it run aground? I have no idea. Anyway, it's going to sit there. It doesn't seem to be bothering anybody as it sits in that location. Now, what we want to do is I want to have a look at over here. This piece. So in the last episode, we saw that this is really struggling. Okay, and so I guess I want to redo another one of these where we've got the general separation. Wow, that's busy. I mean, it should be putting mixed waste straight out here. I have no idea why it's not putting the mixed waste out. Anyway, but what we are doing, or it should be kind of running its own. But what we want to do is we want to do another facility such as this. And the option for location is not over here. I mean, this was a very nice little build that we did here for the big waste, right? For the hazardous waste, right? That's working actually really well, and we're not seeing any big ticket issues here. What is this? Where is this guy going? No, please don't tell me. Oh, that is nuclear waste. Okay, fine. Let's go back in here. This is... We've got nuclear waste and nuclear fuel on here. So if we go in here, what is this? So what is this guy's route doing? And it is unloading? What exactly? At least it's only unloading nuclear waste, right? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, we'll keep a little bit of an eye on it, but it really shouldn't be doing this. I just want to check this. Yeah, it just did the one. It just did the one. Okay, fine. Okay, so what else can we do for waste, right? We don't necessarily want to run waste. We don't have too much options in the terms of the rail connectivity here. Yeah, I don't think we've got... I mean, this is a nice little setup. I do like what we've done with this setup here. And this is a general waste sorting piece. So after that, we're getting the waste. Okay, can we use this? Can we, for instance, I'm wondering, can I remove some of this stuff, add an extra spot in here, and put some more of these in place? Right? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Can I remove all of this, get this guy to do its thing over here, and directly unload some more waste in this location? And maybe if we just do some, all right? No, I think we need a bigger facility than that. I think we absolutely need a bigger facility than that. So let's see, what can we do? What can we do? Our planning here is going pretty well. This is built. We can really look at maybe building this. Let's get someone to build this. Can we get Lessa to come and build this for us? And even the helicopters. Let's get the helicopters on here as well. Let's get that too, because that would be useful if they can come and build this. This is all done all the way up to here. And the plan is we need to extend the rest of this so that we can go out over this way. Okay, that's good. This is still kind of we still need to do bauxite over here. We still have some more iron ore that we can do on this side. I guess the other option for us is what does this look like? I mean, we've got the rail station here we could do something in here, right? It's right on the opposite side of it. Let us see what we can do here, because we can have workers pop in directly from this side, and what we can do is we can run some stuff through that way. Okay, so let's have a quick look. If we go waste management, right, so we want general separation. So what is this doing? 50 tons, 30 tons, electro steel mill. I don't think that's what I'm after. General separation of 30 tons of 50 tons. And then scrap separation. Okay, and then what is this aluminum separation? I'm not interested in that. So the general separation does what exactly? It pulls out most of the stuff that we need to pull out. And it's not even that polluting. But then the next step would be. So that gives us 50 tons, and it exports as 50 tons, and it exports some other stuff as well, which we obviously need to manage. So the idea would be that we do multiples of these, like 3 or 4 of them. We've got this one here. Now we do need to be mindful that we're practically using all of that already. So maybe this is not the best idea. I mean, this is a good potential opportunity for us, right? So we can definitely have a look at that. Where do we have, hang on. Let's have a look at this. So let's use the data. So from an overlay perspective, we can have a look at who didn't work yesterday, right? Citizens during free time, adults, uneducated workers. No, there's someone who didn't work yesterday. Workers, citizens, tourists. I'm sure there was one. Workers, tourists, uneducated workers. There was definitely something, right? There was definitely an overlay. Aha, no. Productivity, free flats, reconstruction, fertility. We should actually have a look at waste. There was definitely something, right? This is crimes. There was one where we had can't go to school. Uneducated. Workers with lower education. Workers with higher education. Children, adults. Worker was unemployed yesterday. That's the one. Worker was unemployed yesterday. Let's have a look. A handful. Here we have quite a bit more, but I guess they can't actually get to the station, right? So they need to work on other things. Okay, so this is an option for us right over here. If we go to this side, so this guy is currently being fed from here. And we do certainly have that availability here. We absolutely have that availability here. Lots of people. Lots and lots. And then over there as well. Okay. So, candidate sites are over here, where because we can still fill in some more stuff here, and all we need to do is get people over there. We can do another one of these. Sorry, let me do that. Another one of these cable cars to send workers across here to a waste management facility. We do have the rail available here, so we can do that. We've got power over here as well. We should have most of what we need to be able to run it in this area. There's power running straight through the middle of this site. So I guess, and it's nice and flat as well. And we could potentially do barges of, we could potentially do barges of waste to come in here as well. Interesting. The alternative, I don't think we can't use this rail line though, and there's no rail into this area. So really, the reality of the situation is this site is pretty good, and we could even extend our bypass so that it's potentially going to support the situation even more. So I guess this area is one that is of use. So let's have a look. If we if we were to plan out a little bit of that stuff, right? So we are going for general waste separation, right? We want like 4 of them. Now, if we go underground quickly, yeah, we've got a little bit of stuff going through here, and we can obviously redo some of these roads. Now, I guess the key thing for us is we need to bring in a rail. And I'm kind of thinking maybe the idea is that we extend the rail a little bit over here and we bring it in from this side. So we'll loop this in and then in and out. I think in and out, to be honest. To be honest with you, I think in and out, right? We could do a little something like this where we spur it off here, run it in. But we need to kind of have a room for them to stack a little bit. Okay, well, let's start by having a bit of a look at that. So the idea is we will do one of these with claw things, right? What is this? A waste storage. That's an interesting concept. Ooh, what is that? I like the idea of this thing. So this thing does what? 5,000 tons of mixed waste? Okay. That is an option. What is this thing? 45,000 tons of waste. So I think this is okay. 5,000 tons of waste compared to the 200 or what that we're bringing in. I like this idea, though we do note that, of course. Okay, so if we do this, right? I'm kind of okay. We can't do that exactly. So anyway, we can bring the workers in any way, shape, or form we want, right? So if we were to say do that, let's just put the levels on so we look at that. So if we were to do kind of something like this, right? It's just a thinking process at the moment, right? And then what we do is we say you can, come and we can do. Oh man. And if we do then maybe something like this. But we okay. No. That I think that was actually working. If we do that, oh, we can do both in that spot. Okay. Anyway, we'll give it a little bit more room if we can. Okay, but we need to. Bear in mind the rail. Yeah, it's a little awkward, really. So can I? Fine. Let's just do that and see if we can make that work in reality, right? So what we'll do is we'll bring in a rail connection. Yeah, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. But I guess that points to the fact that we can make it work, right? So we would want to do something like this. Alternatively, we'll come in from the other side and go out this way. I think that's probably a little bit better because we don't really have the room, right? So what we'll do is we'll stack them in here, right? So we'll do something like this. All right, and we'll probably need this even longer. Let's redo. I think that's about long enough, but let's redo it one more time. So let's do one. Yeah, to 200 meters seems to be about right. So if we do like. I'd rather, because I don't know how quickly this thing is going to load or unload, right? And we potentially would want to. Okay, so something like that gives us 6 of them. And what we'll do is we'll bring in something like this, and then we'll tie them in like so. And what we'll do is we'll do this. Well, let's start it from that side. Yeah, so this is kind of the idea. There we go. That should do the trick. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. So we'll have them all kind of wait up here, and then they'll go in and dump their stuff. So we've got a fair bit of room in there. And then we'll do the waste separation. So let's quickly have a look at that. We do need a few more. So if we were to then say, okay, so this one, yeah, it's the same kind of problem. If we were to flip it around, now, I mean, we could do, I think it's fine. If we do something like this, oh, actually, there's still room. There's still room for one more here. I mean, we can even expand it even some more. So hang on. If we were to do, say, this, and do that, I'm thinking, can we make this work? Yes, we can. Okay, so let us activate that. Okay, fine. Oh, the other one I'm missing is this one. We'll activate that one, and we'll, yeah, get that in place. So that gives us 300 tons of waste management potential, right? We need to look at where we're going to put our roads. So we'll do some stuff like this. But in addition to roads, we need some of this. I think even this thing could be able to come by here, right? Okay, so actually what we need to do first is get rid of the roads. This is going to be a multi-episode thing, I'm sure of it. These things are quite complex. So what I'm after is I'm after some stuff like this, right? So if we're saying, oh yeah, can we actually, if we flip it around to do that, I'm not sure. That's a little tight, but what I'm not sure of is if we can actually get that road through there, right? That's a bit of the concern here, right? So this is where, yeah, this is not going to work because we can't get it out, right? So that's a bit of a bummer there. So let's just demolish that one. We'll have to do some interesting work here, right? So if we were to say, go, that may actually be, okay, let's start it off this way then. Okay, so we'll do that. And then I guess we'll do something like this. Can we get this to work? We can. Get that to work. And actually, the plan would be that we would try and get get this to work, but we would need to do it like that. And then once we get all of these things in together, oh, and I can actually raise it, to be honest. So that's going to be quite a challenge. If we go up like this, and then we can get one of these things. We need a vehicle thing. A vehicle aggregate loading. Yeah, that's... Whoops. Do we have a 4 vehicle? Actually, the reality of the matter is maybe we should do storages instead. Right? So if we were to then say, come in from here and push that out into different storages. And what are we separating? Let's have a quick look at what we're separating. I need to end this episode. What are we separating? We're separating construction waste, metal scrap, and aluminum scrap, right? Construction waste and metal scrap is what's coming out of this, right? Construction waste and metal scrap, right? So we've got basically 2 of them. So let's have a quick look at our storage pieces. What do we have? It's a dump, right? That takes it. Let's go to waste, mixed waste. So where, hang on. How are we? Ah, here we go. Scrapping. Okay, no, that's not what we're after. What are we looking for? Open storage? No. Warehouse? No. It has to be aggregate storage then. Yeah, of course. Aggregate storage, metal and construction. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so what we'll do here then is we'll grab a super duper large one. Do we need a super duper large one? These are maybe something like this. Wow, that's still super duper large. Let's flip it around. What I'm going to do, I am going to do the super duper large ones. We're going to do one over here. And we're going to flip it around and do one on this side. Okay, come on, stop with that. Okay, so we'll do that. And then what we'll do is we'll tie this one in. And it should be pushing it straight through there. Let's do that. So that's going to give us all of those things. And then I guess what we can do is we can just do a 4 vehicle aggregate loading, right? So let me grab that. A 4 vehicle. 2, 4, 4 loading, 4 loading. So if we were to then maybe say do something like this. And let's just have a quick look and see. So we could maybe do that, and we could maybe do this, and we could maybe do this directly, right? So let's just do that as a bit of thinking point. So now we can load up on some stuff here. And then the other thing that we need to do is put some dumps in place. Oh, actually from here, this is the one that's actually important, is we need to have some incinerators able to manage this stuff straight away. This might be more important actually than this whole setup that we've put here. So we might need to do one incinerator on this side and one on that side, and kind of forget about all of this web of stuff. Right, let's just have a quick look. If we were to say have a transfer piece, right? So one of these Is that the biggest? Yeah, well, that is the biggest. So if we were to... The problem is the road. That's a one-way thing. Is it over here? Where are these... I'm not looking for a dump. I'm looking for these. This is what I'm looking for. There we go. So, I mean, we could... No, it's not going to tie in. But I guess the idea is that we need to actually connect those up and together, right? Let's have a look at what we did over here. So they went straight into that and then into an incinerator. And if we look at the incinerators, let's quickly do that. If we look at the large incinerator, oh, they can only do one. Oh, okay. So if we look at that, they seem to be, we don't seem to be needing that buffer. That buffer does not need to be there. Okay, so that's okay. All right. So in reality then, what we actually need to do is add an incinerator to each one of them. So let's quickly have a look at our options here. Small incinerator, not good enough. Large incinerator, good enough. Incinerator power plant, good enough. But my worry is a bunch of the other stuff that we have going with it, right? So like, where is that power being offset to? And then a incinerator heating plant, which again, we can't manage that. So I guess I'm just going to do the large incinerator as is. Right. So something like this is just going to be what we're going to do. So I'm going to do that. And the idea would be that we would want to do it here as well. So the plan, yeah, so that is a bit of a challenge. So this thing needs to be higher. And then this thing, oh, that thing seems to want to work. So we might have to move this a little bit away. So I guess we need something over here, something over there that needs to be tied in. This one doesn't have access at the moment. We need one over here and one over here, which is fine. And then this one does not have access, right? So potentially we'll need to put another one in here. And then we'll have all of this incinerator capacity. And I'm kind of wondering whether that's big enough. But that's kind of the plan, right? So we need to, what I might do, right, in between episodes, what I'll do is I will clean this up a little bit and come back to you. So that now you kind of know what I want to do, right? The next piece here is going to be a lot of, probably taking me quite a bit of time, half an hour or something like that, or an hour, to just kind of get all of these things in the right, so they all kind of work together. The kind of puzzle that the industrial capacity and these kind of things are just going to have to take. And then we still need to put in place a way of getting workers in here as well. So I might have to give myself a little bit more room here to be able to really do that. But anyway, I'll see you in the next episode where I would have hopefully figured this out. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, as always, hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.